or during that time of maturity, okay, hey, yes, regardless if I had children or not, I just wasn't mature enough for a relationship. Now that I've had the experience, it's like, okay, hey, yes, I'm considering this. These are the things that I'm interested in now. It doesn't matter if I was interested in being sexually active or not. It doesn't matter if that what it was. It's just that wasn't my interest at the time.
Well, the reason why it should matter is because now you're single looking for another guy to enter your life, and he got to accept you with four boys. And
Mm-hmm.
he also has to be like, okay, you had four boys, you have four boys. I'm quite sure they're beautiful boys and they're blessings. But because you didn't require commitment from any of your three baby daddies, you're looking for a new guy to sign up and join life with you.
No, see that's the way I think that's the way guys think.
Charisma, Detroit, how old are you?
I am 31.
31. You have any kids?
I do have kids.
No kids. You see, you
No,
do
no,
have kids?
I said I do have kids.
How many kids?
I have four boys.
Four boys. How old are your boys?
I have an 8 year old, two 5 year old, and a 1 year old.
How do you have two 5 year olds? Are twins?
Yes.
Okay, and a 1 year old. Same dad?
No.
How many dads?
I have three, Kendra.
Three dads. So why do you
Three
not work with the
dads.
1 year old dad?
The truth or the lie? Which one?
The
The truth.
truth.
It was the one night stand.
A one night stand and you got pregnant.
I did.
Do y'all co-parent well?
No.
Well,
So she got pregnant on the one night stand. The question is, so it was just one night stand. So they didn't plan the baby, but she kept the baby from a one night stand. I mean, some of us might have been one night stands. Who knows, right? But if you got siblings, most probably you are not a one night stand because they wanted to have more siblings, right? More kids, your parents. So she had a one night stand. She got pregnant, but then she kept the baby from a one night stand. How would, guys, how would you feel if your mom told you, hey, Johnny, listen, I love you, but I just wanted you to know that you are a baby that came out of a one night stand I had with this random guy, random stranger. How would you guys feel? How would you feel if your mom came and told you that?
guess you can't be mad at him because you
No,
didn't
I'm
know
not
him.
mad. Nope,
Right.
not mad at all. He made a decision that he didn't want to be involved, and I made
And
a
you kept
decision
the
that I wanted
baby.
to keep my child.
That's crazy.
Ooh, child. Well, you can still keep him liable for child support.
You can, but I mean, here's the thing about that. As a woman, that's the first thing they expect us to do, or
The child support's not about you though; it's about the child.
is not. But then that's a whole different kind of conversation. So if a man say he doesn't want a baby,
And you kept the
a lot of
baby?
men feel like if they don't want a baby, they don't feel like they should be financially responsible or involved, right?
I don't care what you.
You know what? I'm not going to agree with Kendra. I'm going to agree with this lady because sometimes, let's say, for example, she said it was a one night stand, right? So neither her nor the guy made plans to have the baby. If the guy says, I don't want the baby, and then you keep the baby, she's saying, I'm not mad at him. And I agree with her because if the tables were turned and the guy wanted the baby and she didn't want the baby, then she would get rid of the baby. Kendra wouldn't say nothing. Kendra would just say, that's your body. You made the choice. That's on you. But now she wanted the baby. He didn't want the baby. Kendra is trying to say, you know what I mean? She's not being fair.
Feel like the
Me
baby's
either.
here.
Yeah, me either.
I
But I
mean,
mean,
both of you guys set yourself up for that predicament, right? So, how old was he? I'm assuming he wasn't underage. He knows what happens when you have sex without condoms, and I'm not saying that.
She
I'm
knew
not even
also.
saying he has to be in a child's life. I think he should man up to his responsibilities. But child support is about giving your child a better opportunity. Two
yeah,
incomes are always better than one, right? So
right.
I would look at it like from your perspective, look at it from the child's perspective. At the end of the day, he helped you raise the child. Granted, he didn't want to be a father, but he helped you create the baby, and so that it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not about perspective to me because at the end of the day, I'm taking care of my child.
Okay.
So
Well, let's keep going. Why are you not with
yeah,
the twins' father?
see, that's the part of your show that I always be concerned about. I
Say
get
it.
nervous because of myself too, because stuff happens with people, and it could be going great, and then when a child come along, people can change based on how they feel or how they are with responsibility to that new phase of life. So it just didn't work out.
So there's the deal. As a woman, I know how to ask guys question because I'm a woman. So a lot of times the things that I want to know, I can speak from a woman's perspective. When I try to talk to the women, because I'm assuming you're here for a man, right?
Right.
I like to ask the questions I think are important to guys.
I get you.
So men would like to know, like, okay, if I'm gonna deal with this woman and she has three children's dads, what was that circumstance? So I can see before I add myself to her. So
I agree. Every man who, because she seems like a nice lady, she's well spoken for now. That I can tell. But I think every man who's wants, because she says she has 4 kids from 3 different men. So any man who's coming in to play stepdad, he has to worry about the other 3 men. Let's say if they're all in the kid's life, right? Because those men, for the most part, don't want other men to deal with their kids or to get in contact with their kids.
that's why I'm asking about that. You do have 2 kids, well, 3 kids under
Three.
the age of 5. Your oldest is 8.
Yes.
Okay, so let's keep going. You told me, what do you do again?
I'm an event planner basically. So I
Event
plan
planner.
day nights, proposals, and small intimate weddings.
Okay, event planner. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
April the 18th.
That's what zodiac sign is that?
It's an Aries.
An Aries. All
Mhm.
right, this is Charisma Detroit. She's an Aries, an event planner, 31.
I don't
Has
do zodiac signs.
4 boys actually,
I
eight
do.
2-year-old twins, 5-year-old twins, and a 1-year-old. What kind of man you looking for?
So far, I haven't been picky.
Clearly,
That's my issue.
you have 3 baby
You have
daddies.
not been picky.
I haven't.
Clearly, you have
Okay, so
three
now you
baby
want to be
daddies.
picky. So tell me what you desire
Picky as
now.
far as obviously, I don't mind dating someone who has kids,
That's fair.
and I would prefer someone who is a full time parent, not like a weekend parent or something like that.
So you want somebody that already has kids that's a full time parent?
Yes,
Okay. So you want somebody. So does that mean the kids live with them already?
it could be either or.
Okay. Okay. What else?
That's fair.
I'm not really picky. I'm okay with people being from different backgrounds and accepting them for who they are, respectable people. Obviously, if I have sons, someone that could be a possible decent male role model or male figure.
Stepfather.
But
Okay. Are you picky when it comes to ethnicity? Does he have to be a certain race?
no, I haven't dated outside of my race, but I'm not picky with that either.
Okay. So he doesn't have to be. So he doesn't have to be black.
No,
Do you have any strong deal breakers?
I hope she
lying,
does.
uh, people that don't take care of their children.
Okay.
Um, I'm not a big smoker or drinker, so I'm not truly against it, but I would prefer not to. What else? If you've been a murderer or
That's what I was saying.
like that kind of
Yep.
stuff, obviously. But other than that, no, I'm very open minded. We put limitations on the type of people that we involve ourselves with. Sometimes I would get it for like if you don't want to be involved in criminal activity or something like that, but I feel like we should give different people a chance.
Okay. So no criminal activities under the right circumstance.
No criminal activities.
Oh, I thought you said we should give them a certain chance. I got confused.
No. I'm just saying we should allow different types of people. So if I just say, hey, I only want a tall guy, I only want this, da 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 da. What if the person that I'm supposed to be with is actually short or big or whatever, and they might be good for me, but I overlook them because of my preferences.
Got you. I feel you on that. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Of course.
No, but at least be able to take care of himself.
Okay. Do
Okay.
you have a babysitter all the time? You said you go out on a date tonight on a Thursday night. You got a babysitter on deck?
I'm taking myself on a date, Kendra.
I know, but who's
Oh
going
yeah, my kids. Yeah, I have a nanny.
You have a nanny.
I do.
Okay, so you got a nanny. So that means you have someone that will allow you to date.
Yep.
Okay, she got a
That's
nanny.
good.
Does the guy got to be in Detroit?
No, not at all.
Does it have to be in Detroit? Okay. Could he have? You said he could have kids.
I'm surprised. This is the first single mom I've seen at Kendra G's show that did have. I think she's lying about the money thing, but I think this is the first uh woman who has kids on Kendra G shows that is not picky about the money because they usually ask for guys who are making $100,000 a year. She's not picky about the height, which I think all those might be kind of lies. She doesn't want to come off as most other women. But this is the first time, I'm kind of surprised. But this is the first lady. If you guys have watched Kendra G's shows and all the women who come on tour shows who are looking for men, they usually all look for the same kind of man. He has to be tall. He has to be making lots of money. And also they say he has to accept my kids. They say I come as a package with my kids. So this is the first time. I'm surprised.
The South, right?
Yes.
So when was your last relationship?
I've never seriously been in a relationship.
Red flag. That's a red flag.
Situationships, and yes, I do have children, but it wasn't because they were like committed relationships.
That's a red flag.
So all the guys that you have kids by, I know the last one you said you wasn't. It was a one night stand. What about the 5-year-old dad?
I didn't require a relationship. I just wasn't interested in it myself.
That's crazy.
That's
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. That's crazy. That's not good for the kids because it's one thing having casual relationships or situationships or one night stands, but also to bring kids into that mess because that's not fair for the children. Imagine what the kids are going to be thinking that I came out as a result of my mom just having fun. She didn't plan to have me. She was just out here in the streets and then she decided it's a good decision to bring me into this world. It's not fair to the children. Like seriously. This is crazy.
what I really wanted.
And is that true for the 5-year-old's father too?
I tried with him, but he was like a mom's boy, like a mama boy.
So why have
Okay.
kids with him
And
though?
I'm like,
So the 8-year-old father, you didn't require a relationship with him either?
no, we tried. It just we weren't compatible.
So why have kids with
So
him
what
though?
does try mean? Because
We dated, and we tried to do the relationship thing, but I wasn't interested.
So then why
Are
have
you
a
interested
child
now?
with him?
Yes, I am interested in trying a relationship, trying to have a committed relationship because I just wasn't interested in it before.
You know what? I understand that to a certain degree, right? Your first child, I get it. But I'm wondering why, after you had a baby the first time, why the next two men you had children with, it wasn't, at least for you, a requirement for a relationship.
Exactly.
Could you say that again? Was the child a requirement for the relationship?
We all do life, right? And nobody's perfect, so it's not necessarily a judgment cast, but I'm curious because you're saying you have 4 children and you're being honest that you didn't require a relationship with any of the children's dads. You have 3 different dads. So my question is, after you had a baby by your first child's father, the child now is 8, why didn't you get in mode before I have another child, I need to at least be in a relationship? Why
Good
wasn't it
question.
a requirement with any of the children's fathers, but now you want to make it a requirement for a relationship?
Good
No,
question, Kendra.
I'm not making it a requirement.
You
Now,
are.
like saying that, oh no, it got to be this way because obviously, if I've done it in the past, but you have experiences and you learn from your experiences. When I was dating, whether or not it got serious or not, during that time, I had a child. I chose to be more responsible in my decisions of having the child or whatever.
That
Some
wasn't
folks would be like, oh, have
responsible.
an abortion or whatever like that. But at the time, my choice, my personal choice, or whether or not me and the father agreed, we decided to have a child. And then after that, yeah, of course, you may not want to make the same mistake again, but
You made the
sometimes
mistake
you
3
can't control
times.
every single aspect of life. And then once you go through life, if it happens again, per se, like I had another child, no, I wasn't planning on being in a situation again where we weren't a family and we weren't committed to each other. But
Well,
it
let me
just
ask you this: were you guys using protection? Was it an accident, like you got pregnant, or was you not on birth control?
with my twins, yeah, I used a condom, took a Plan B, all that stuff. I mean, some stuff just supposed to happen
I don't believe
at
her,
that
but
point. So
okay.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, this I can never try to date again because I had kids. And sometimes that's how dating is. Where they look at you because you have children. It's like, okay, well you got kids and this, that. Or people feel like your decisions on why you have your children versus someone who decide why they don't want to have a
They
child.
have to.
It just depends based on the person's circumstances at the time.
No, I get that. So let me ask you this. You said you couldn't control. Moving forward, will you require a commitment before sex?
Yes.
So that
Not like personal commitment, like I'm dating more with purpose, basically.
well, no, I don't think it's a bad requirement for a woman to say, if I'm sleeping with you, I'm your girlfriend.
Yo,
Or
no,
say,
that's not bad at all. But I mean, I'm an adult, so I got needs and wants and stuff too. So I'm
That's
not.
fair.
I
so
gotta
now,
be.
so I'm guess I'm asking. Okay, well, let's jump into this question fast. When was your last relationship? Was it because you
She
said
says she's never had a
But I was
relationship.
saying I never been in a serious
right?
one.
Okay, so when was the last time you was intimate with a person?
It's been about 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah,
So okay, so it's fair to say that you're still willing to have sex without a commitment.
that's fair to say.
I think if you want to be in a relationship, that should be your new rule. Because now, and this should be a
No,
rule for any woman, because what happens is this, and it's only
no, Kendra, I disagree with you, and this is why I disagree with you because any man can just easily say, okay, yeah, we're in a relationship, and then after you have sex, what happens? He can still walk away. Things can end just because you put titles on yourselves as you're in a relationship, you're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend before you have sex. That doesn't mean it's gonna last. That doesn't guarantee nothing. Okay, you should tell that to the younger women, but you cannot tell that to a woman who already has 4 kids from 3 different men. I disagree with Kendra. She keeps saying this, but it doesn't work because titles don't mean nothing. If it was about titles and saying, okay, we're in a relationship, that does not mean it's never going to end. That does not mean some men won't pretend just because they just want to have sex. Because if you're going to say commitment first and then we have sex, the men, because these days the men are saying that in their soft guy era, the men are simply just going to say, all right, no commitment before sex. How about we both pay for ourselves for dates? Let's say we go out for dinner, for a dinner date. You pay your portion, I pay my portion. I'll start paying after the sex.
if you have a requirement of a relationship. There are some women who are just getting it in. They don't want a
Hmm.
relationship. They want to have fun. That's what they are. More kudos to you. But you'll see your there's tons of men that will have sex with you.
Right.
But there's not tons of men always that are willing to commit in a relationship with you.
But
And
commitment is
having
not
a
a title.
relationship is important. Maybe just try it out and say, if I can't be your girlfriend, I can't have sex with you.
But do
And
you
then
think? But do you think that's what it is? Do you
Exactly.
think
absolutely,
No.
absolutely, you're
one
out
hundred
here.
percent? You think that? Okay, of course. When you're dating someone, you have
You wouldn't have the kids you have right now if that was your requirement.
That's
that's
not true.
necessarily true.
Yeah, not
Okay,
true.
But it
well the
doesn't.
first, well the first,
I'm
okay.
personally saying that I was not in a relationship or interested in a relationship at that time. I was young, having fun, whatever. My goal wasn't, hey, I'm ready to do this at that moment. That's just wasn't my personal interest. But during that time of maturity, okay, hey, yes, regardless if I had children or not, I just wasn't mature enough for a relationship. Now that I've had the experience, it's like, okay, hey, yes, I'm considering this. These are the things that I'm interested in now. It doesn't matter if I was interested in being sexually active or not. It doesn't matter if that what it was. It's just that wasn't my interest at the time.
Well, the reason why it should matter is because now you're single looking for another guy to enter your life, and he got to accept you with 4 boys. And he
Mm-hmm.
also has to be like, okay, you had 4 boys, you have 4 boys. I'm quite sure they're beautiful boys and they're blessings. But because you didn't require commitment from any of your 3 baby daddies, you're looking for a new guy to sign up and join life with you.
No, see that's the way I think that's the way guys think. I'm starting to think
Well,
that's
don't
what
you
they
want to
think.
hear what guys think? You looking for a guy or a woman?
No, but when you say it that way, it does sound very negative.
Well, that's the way guy. But you just said that's the way
Yeah,
guys
it
think.
is. That is exactly the way they
And the
perceive it.
reason, let me tell you this: the reason why guys think this way, and I dig deeper with it. Any real man is gonna be a provider.
Right.
So his mindset is, am I willing to provide for you and
And the
the
children.
children that comes with it? And that's the kind of
Mm-hmm.
man you would want to
Right.
acquire. So
Yeah.
Right.
any real man is thinking about that. That's why sometimes some men say, I don't want women with children or multiple men. And then also he has to say, I don't know the situation with your three baby daddies.
Exactly.
Are they cool? Are they going to give me drama?
Yeah.
Am I going to be arguing with three different men?
Yeah.
So whether you want to accept it or not, you do got to understand the guy's perspective when he comes into your world.
Okay, Kendra is right.
I do, and I totally understand what you're saying.
Right, and that's so. I mean, listen, life is here. You know, I'm quite sure. Like I said, you have four beautiful boys, and we can move forward. I'm not even saying there's not a man that won't sign up for that.
Right.
But you do got to acknowledge why there would be caution for certain men who would not be willing to sign up for that.
Totally understandable, and people have their own preferences.
Gotcha. But so moving.
But you know what? One thing I liked about this lady, like I said, I've watched Kendra G a couple of times, and she was very nice. The way she speaks, she understands her situation. It's very tough for a new man to come in to play stepdad, but she understood. She seemed like she understood everything. She was very nice the way she was speaking, and and I actually agree with her that the Kendra G thing of requiring commitment before sex, that does not mean nothing. The man can simply say, "Sure, we're in a relationship since that's what you want," and then down the road, it ends. The so-called relationship ends. The titles don't mean nothing. It's the way it's somebody's actions, right? So it's not about just putting a title and saying we are in a relationship and then things are gonna be, everything nice from there onwards, right? So, but this lady was very nice. I think this is the end of the video. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Peace.